Hey, welcome to Cigars and Gear. My name is Moose, and I wanted to introduce you guys to this. So, I want to give you a tad bit of background on Cigars and Gear and why I decided and why I feel it's important to have this kind of channel. For years and years, I have been studying prepping and tactical use of equipment and defending myself, my family, in case it never needs to happen. And I did all that from a civilian standpoint. I have never been in the military. I did try. Unfortunately, I had an injury that stopped me from ever being able to be in the military. My grandfather was KIA, MIA, in Korea after retiring after World War II, decided to go back in, ended up giving the ultimate sacrifice. So I've always had a ton of admiration for everybody that has ever served in any army, because it takes dedication and belief. But anyway, so I never had that opportunity to be trained by the military. However, I do have friends that were in the military. And I've spent, I can't even tell you how many thousands of hours watching different YouTube channels and teaching myself through these other individuals on how to do this. And the majority of them, or a good portion of them, were military trained. So while it doesn't necessarily, and this channel shouldn't either, take the place of good practical training or military training, I wanted to look at things from a civilian standpoint, and I wanted to be able to bring that to you guys from a civilian standpoint. So, you know, I won't get really deep into tactical types of training, things like that, but I will, you know, show you guys firearms, and I'll show you guys, you know, some stuff about ammunition. I'll show you guys, you know, self-defense items. I'll show you, you know, prepping ideas. How to be prepared, right? And while everybody has this great conception that they are G.I. Joe and that they're prepping for doomsday, prepping is not about necessarily doomsday. It's about being prepared for anything. A hurricane, tornadoes, a cyclone if you're on that side of the world, you know, power outages, you know, trucking supply issues, right? Just being prepared to keep yourself as normal as possible during a stressful time. And that's the way I look at things. That's how I look at prepping, and what I do is being able to substantiate to the best of my ability with what I have, normalcy for me and my family in a stressful situation. Because let's face it, even something as simple as a power outage is stressful, right? If it's wintertime, you know, here in the north, you know, we have to worry about winter. You know, it's not like, you know, we live in an area that in the winter, it's like, yeah, we still sleep with the windows open. No, we don't. You know, it gets bitterly cold. So if we lose power, how am I going to keep my family warm? You know, summer's a little bit different. Yeah, you can be hot, but you'll be all right most of the time. You know, but we are going to talk about ways to keep yourself cool without, you know, living, you know, and having grid technology to do that. You know, we're going to talk about communications, you know, what to do in the case that, you know, cell towers go down or internet's out or whatnot. So I just, like I said, I've been spending years kind of doing this and prepping myself, and I figured it was time that I bring this to everybody else. I have another channel where I discuss air guns. I think air guns are a great hunting apparatus for, you know, bad times. You know, you can still supply yourself food with an air gun if, you know, if you don't want to go out and shoot a firearm. Which we'll talk more in depth on why sometimes it might be better to use an air gun and not a firearm. Yeah, I really hope that you guys will stick around, enjoy the channel, and watch it grow and grow with me. If you guys have any questions, you guys can email me or drop a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. I am not the master of all. I'm not one of those YouTube channels in this area that is going to say, you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm simply going to share what I found is what's best for me. But it will give you the understanding to be able to do what's best for you. So while I may choose to use X apparatus, you may choose Y apparatus, and they both do the same thing. So I will say, though, that generally when I bring you guys a review, I've taken into consideration lots of different items in that same genre and brought to you what I felt was the better choice to make. And if that's not the case, because I do some videos where I just randomly pick stuff up from like Wally World or wherever, I will let you know that, hey, I just picked this up to see what it would do, see how well it worked. So anyway, I appreciate you guys taking a look at this video. I hope you guys enjoy the content. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, suggestions, or if you'd like to, recommend something to be had on the channel, let me know, and we'll go from there. So till next time, be good to each other. God bless.